so I think our community is likely the one most likely to not report or underreport on issues, and that's a major issue considering how targeted our women are. And so I think, there's a few things that are really quite simple. Individually, I think you need to lean into your discomfort and understand your placement in society, and that placement in comparison to Indigenous community members. I think you have to know the true history of the community, and you have to know it from the community. So you have to know about Indigenous artists and authors and agencies and understand the essence of the work and why they exist. I think you have to sit with humility, and courage to have difficult conversations and then challenge those in your own circles. I can very easily sit up here and challenge conversations and challenge people in my role, but what really matters is each individual outside of our community understanding the true history and then challenging the people around them in their families, in their circles, in their work circles. The TPS has a statement of commitment. It's been in existence for a very long time, and I still come across officers who do not know that it exists. It only just recently got framed and is in the works of being put into offices across the city. So I think there's these small things that would have huge impacts. If Toronto Police, if every officer knew that the statement of commitment existed, and that these are guiding principles to working with the community, maybe we would take a larger leap forward. The fact that all of the officers don't know it exists is a problem. I think that, to my friend here who mentioned, being collaborative, there are willing participants out there who want to do the work with, systems and institutions, with police officers, hospitals, etc., who are willing to put in the time and have the difficult conversations to reshape a future moving forward together. Not everyone is willing to do that, but there are community members and agencies out there who want to have those conversations. I think that it's okay to not have the answers. I think it's okay to not always respond. If the community is giving back feedback and sharing their stories, their opinions, and their experiences, responding with your own feedback, excuses, or reasoning to what you are hearing becomes problematic. It feels combative. And so I think what we need to do is find a common place that's safe for everybody and start having these honest conversations and work together in humility. Really challenge yourselves individually. The community is doing its work for itself. We will continue not to call the police, and we will continue to be failed by the police when a woman goes missing and is mishandled. But we will continue to do the work as community members. And so right now we're at this really pivotal moment where the City of Toronto has introduced the Reconciliation Action Plan. And so where does the TPS take that in seriousness? Where do they stand in response to that? And will they be one of the leading police forces to take quick action? Will they respond to the inquiry report for missing and Indigenous women? And will they actually respond to calls in a meaningful way? And so any interaction with the community really has to be involved with the community. It has to be Indigenous led. You have to have more Indigenous liaison officers. You have to have more staff in the Aboriginal peacekeeping unit. And when you say things like the land acknowledgement, you have to understand what that means, and that's rooting you to the land that you live on, and the land that you live on is Indigenous land.
Thanks, Pamela.